Okay, so good evening, everyone. We are here today for our product training, weekly product training, and today we're going to be talking about 4 oils that I absolutely love. It's always very difficult for me to say which one is my favorite because every time I learn about the oils and I continue to study and every time we read about an oil, we learn something new. And as I was preparing this presentation, I was like, oh my gosh, I should be using more of this, more of this. Although these 4 oils I use quite a lot. So let's start with the Copaíba. Let me mute everyone, mute all. Okay. Okay, so let's start with the Copaíba. Copaíba is a relatively new oil from doTERRA. Okay, Copaíba was released only about a year and a half ago in 2017. And in only a year and a half, it is already one of the most popular oils in doTERRA. Okay, it's very close in terms of sales of lavender, many of the other, oils, more known oils. And Copaíba has amazing, like physical properties, for our body in terms of inflammation. We're gonna see in more detail, but also emotionally is an oil that really brings you to your center and make you, give that deep breath and keep going in difficult situations in your life. And I have had testimonials and people who have experienced like hard times in their lives. Sometimes they have lost, a very close family member, and the Copaíba was the oil that gave them the strength to keep going. So that's a very, very impactful oil for when we're in those difficult times in our lives. Okay, so let's talk about their properties. Okay. Another very important thing I would like to mention about the Copaíba oil, the doTERRA Copaíba oil, is a blend of 4 different species of the Copaíba tree. So it's not any Copaíba. Usually you see other Copaíba oils even in Brazil because it's very common in the north of Brazil. People are used to use Copaíba for everything. I have talked to people. I'm from the southeast of Brazil, but in the north, I have met people and they say, hey, I grew up using Copaíba for everything. My mom would give us internally when we had fever. She would put on our wounds when we had cuts and scratches. So people like who live near the Amazon forest or around this area, they know the value of the Copaíba, but no Copaíba oil from one single tree has the power of this Copaíba, who is of course a proprietary blend from doTERRA, okay, and it's a blend of 4 different species. So doTERRA was looking for how can we maximize, especially the anti-inflammatory properties of this oil. How can we maximize in only one bottle, right? So they of course they research. doTERRA is amazing in that sense, right? So with their scientific team, they researched and they came up with a formula, right? Specific ratios of each one of these 4 species that make this Copaíba like something unbelievable, amazing. And we're going to be talking about that. So properties is analgesic, okay? Powerful anti-inflammatory. We know of another very powerful anti-inflammatory. Before the Copaíba was my number 1, lemongrass. It still is very, very powerful, and I use it topically a lot, lemongrass, but when I need to take internally, I think Copaíba does the trick better, okay? So just giving you that's my experience, right? Each person is different. Antibacterial, antiseptic, antioxidant, and stimulant to the circulatory and pulmonary systems. So you can use for inflammations, like I go to the gym, I work a lot, and I have my muscles super sore, right? I use internally to help ease that pain, back pain, joint pain, you can take internally. Any type of physical, like muscular or joint pain, like inflammation type, you can take Copaíba internally. How many drops? Always follows doTERRA's guidelines in terms of drops, but usually I recommend, 3 drops at a time, and you can take, depending on, how severe is your pain, 2 times a day or 3 times a day, okay? Skin disorder. This is an amazing oil for any type of skin allergies, sensitivities, or rashes or eczema. Copaíba is number 1 used for that. Respiratory problems, you can use in the diffuser. Here's my Copaíba. You can use in the diffuser. You can, inhale. And so sinusitis, bronchitis, it can be used for that too. And urinary tract problems, cystitis, bladder, kidney infections, okay? Other uses may help with colds, constipation, diarrhea, flatulence, flu, muscular aches and pains, nervous exhaustion, poor circulation, stiffness, and wounds. Regarding the digestive tract part of the Copaíba, I haven't tried. When I was preparing this, I was like, oh, okay, this wasn't something on my mind, but that can be used for that too, right? And wounds and any type of irritation on the skin, this is really good. Aromatic influence helps elevate mood and relieve depression. Okay, it also helps to combat nervous tension, stress problems, and anxiety. So you can see here that the Copaíba can be taken aromatically, topically, and internally. Okay, and it's safe. I think is the S is for, that's a good question. Now I'm confused, but yes, it can be used neat on the skin. Okay. Let's talk now about the emotional side of the Copaíba. Emotional side. So this is a beautiful, beautiful oil. Let's and this I took from the book Emotions and Essential Oils. Okay, and you can all get this book from Amazon. I highly recommend the emotional side of the oils. So the Copaíba oil invites us to connect to our past, linking past experiences to unveil deeper meaning to messages showing up in one's life. At the right moment, the shadow aspect of oneself, that aspect that we tend to hide, right? Or we tend not to, sometimes we don't want to look at our dark side, right? But the Copaíba oil gently lifts that veil. Okay, so the shadow aspect of oneself is brought to the light of consciousness to discover who we really are. That's so beautiful. Copaíba also invite individuals to come to the divine for clarity and redefinition. Copaíba reassures that mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual limitations are only temporary, and divinity will reveal the higher message of one's life at the right moment. Copaíba imparts that it's only through this divine unveiling that individuals can fully accept the magnificence of what they really are and make peace with the past. So who are the people who would need, Copaíba? Like people who have shame, feel guilty, feel regret for something that happened in their past. So remember, we are making peace with our past. And Copaíba makes us see the true meaning of that moment in our lives and how this reveals who we truly are. That's really, really beautiful. So regretful, self-loathing, when we feel less than, right? I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy, I'm unworthy, suppressed emotions, people who tend to suppress emotions and don't know how to express themselves, and rebelling. how to use it. I feel that for the emotional side of Copaíba, the topical and aromatic use are more recommended. So 1 to 3 drops over heart, and this is the recommendation from the book, not from me. And topically on sacral chakra, on the lower stomach, forehead, crown of head, or nape of neck. Okay. So let's talk now about Magnolia. Magnolia is an oil that was just released last convention, okay, last September, and is an oil that is really, really impactful emotionally, especially emotionally as well. Although I have seen some posts in our groups, there was a person with a scar. I think it was a recent scar. It was a scar that was already there. I don't know how recent it was, but he used Magnolia on the scar, and it was amazing. In 2 weeks, the results were amazing. So, so that can be used for, you know, topically on the skin as well. And I think it says soothing the skin. So properties of the Magnolia: analgesic, anxiolytic, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that well, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, anti-tumor, and sedative. Can be used for anxiety, calming, soothing. What I feel about Magnolia when I use it, I feel calm, and it's like I'm not worried anymore about, you know, big things. You just calm down, and it just focus on, and I learned about this, also focus on the positive. That's the emotional side of the Magnolia. But it brings peace, and at the moment when you're angry with something, just put some Magnolia on your forearms, the inside of your arms, and smell it, inhale. So it has been used in traditional Chinese medicine to help with digestive and respiratory issues. Other uses: this oil may be beneficial for calming, depression, and skin. Okay, aromatic influence, it has a calming and sedative properties when inhaled. Okay, so let's look about the emotional side. So just a parenthesis here, all the other oils I took from the Emotions and Essential Oils book. Let me get the book for you. Another thing, if you don't know Magnolia comes only in the roll-on. It's a touch oil, okay? It comes already diluted with coconut oil. You cannot purchase the Magnolia neat, only the Magnolia, okay? So it already comes in a roll-on like this, okay? So you just, what I do like this. I put on my forearms and I smell it. It has a beautiful smell. So all the other oils, I took it from here, from this book, Essentials and Emotions and Essential Oils, but the Magnolia is not here. So I was researching someone that I feel is really knowledgeable on the emotional side of the oils, and I found Desiree Magandog. I sometimes post some videos. I share some videos from her, and I post in our group, and she is the one who made this, you know, this summary that I'm sharing with you right now. So she defines Magnolia as the stacking of positive emotions, and you can look for that video from her on her Facebook. So this oil helps us focus on all the right things that is going on in our lives, and turns our focus away of the problems we face every day. So that's how she describes. We have the tendency, we are humans, right? We have the tendency on focus, oh my gosh, this is going on, all the problems, all the bad things in our lives. And we focus on the bad things, right? And we stack the problems, right? And then one day we explode, because we are in our minds, and this is only in our minds. We have a lot of bad things going on in our lives, right? And we stack. At one point, we cannot take it anymore, and we explode. What Magnolia does is changing our focus to the good things. So Magnolia highlights happy moments and awesome things happening in your life. Great to be used in moments of change, like a new job or moving to a new location. You're moving to a new house, or there's any type of change in your life. And sometimes you have a tendency, oh my gosh, how it's going to be? I don't know. I don't know anyone in this new city or this new place. I don't have any friends. It's going to be hard to find, this, that, and it's going to be difficult for the kids to adapt and this and that. We focus on the bad thing, but think about Magnolia makes us look at the bright side. Okay, maybe I should have defined, the oil of the bright side. So helps you show gratitude and appreciation of all this, for all the small great things in your life circumstances. And the consequence is that you start having a different attitude in life, and people around you feel that. You will focus on the positive things around you, okay? Rub the roll-on inside your upper arms, and then Desiree says to put it, on your inside of your upper arms, back of neck, and inhale throughout the day, okay? 3 to 4 times a day if you feel you need that, okay? So that's really beautiful. Next, if you have any questions or you would like any, maybe if you have any experience with one of these oils, share with us, okay?
Yes, I actually had an experience with Copaíba 2 days ago. I don't know. I think I showed the picture of my daughter 2 days ago that she got a bump on her head. She was biking.
Yes.
Did you see the picture?
I saw that. Yes, it was Copaíba that you used.
It was Copaíba.
Oh, wow.
Frankincense and cypress.
Yeah,
but especially the Copaíba.
But of course. Because of the inflammation, right? Makes sense.
But it go away, I don't know, less than 12 hours after the accident.
I don't know if I shared with my group that, Tati. I'm gonna forward. Yes, I'm gonna see if you can send that to me again, the picture. I'm gonna share with my group. Yes.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I was amazed. That was what? Less than 24 hours?
Less than 12 hours.
Wow. She had a huge bump. I saw.
Less than 20.
Amazing.
And the first day I just put it on her like 4 times. On yesterday I just did it once. And so it was already perfect.
And did you dilute or you put neat? Just one drop of it?
Neat. It was neat.
Yes, perfect.
And it was really amazing.
Yes, I was impressed. Oh my God, that was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. I think I can share the picture. No, I can't. But I can send the picture through WhatsApp, and then you can show it here if you want to, or
maybe I can share your screen when we finish the presentation. Then you can share with everyone. That's a good idea. Let's see if we can do that.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about rose now. So rose is an amazing oil too. So rose, therapeutical uses, anti-hemorrhagic, anti-infections, aphrodisiac, and sedative. It can be used for anxiety as an aphrodisiac, poison ivy, scarring, to prevent scarring on the skin. Some people use it also for, I think, stretch marks. And it has been used in medicine throughout the ages to treat digestive and menstrual issues, headaches, nervous tension, liver congestion, poor circulation, eye infection, and skin problems. Other uses. This oil may help with aging. And this I took all from the book, okay? So we know that rose is very recommended for wrinkles, to prevent, aging. And that's why what people know mostly about rose when it comes to the physical side, right? To the more physical aspects of the rose. But emotionally is very potent too. And also asthma I had never read about that, but that's in the book too. Frigidity, impotence, preventing scarring, seizures, skin disease, ulcers, wounds, and wrinkles. Aromatic influence is it's stimulating and elevating to the mind, creating a sense of well-being. It's beautiful fragrance and it is aphrodisiac-like. Okay. So let's talk about the emotional side of rose. So rose, for those who don't know, rose has the highest vibration of any other oil on the planet. We know that all essential oils, they have a high vibration by itself. So that means that, I don't know if I have shared this article in the past, I'm gonna share again, but our bodies, they are usually, well, they're usually in a good vibration, right? If you are healthy and if you are well, right, and you take care of your emotions, that's why taking care of our emotions is super important. We are in a vibration, and if you're in a higher vibration of good feelings and we're feeling happy and good, we know scientifically that we are less prone to getting diseases, right? To get sick, and our immune system gets stronger if you are in a higher vibration. If you're sad or something bad happens, we know that, right? Sometimes we get a cold and we get a flu, and we are suddenly we are sad, we are upset about something, and we are sick physically. So our physical body, the vibration we keep in our body determines also, how we react to our environment, right? And how our immune system responds to all the threats we are facing every day. So keeping our body in high vibration is super important, and the oils are here to help, right? We just saw Magnolia helps us focus on the bright side of life, or on the good things that's happening in our lives, instead of us making us, complain about all the small bad things. And rose is an oil that naturally elevates our vibration. So why I was talking about the vibration before we go to the rose. So all essential oils by itself, they have a vibration higher than the minimum vibration our body needs, like before they get sick. So what I'm saying is, like, let's say, I don't remember now exactly the on the article exactly the level of frequency that our body needs to be before they get sick, but let's say below 52, a frequency of 52 megahertz, whatever, and we are more prone to get a cold and this and that, and they give the vibration of each oil, and rose has the highest vibration of all oils. So if you're really feeling upset, or you're feeling terrible about anything, the first oil, you can pick any oil basically, because all of them is going to raise your vibration to a better level, but the rose is the one that has the highest vibration of all. Okay, the highest. So rose is a powerful healer of the heart and helps individuals in connecting with divine love. Okay, we know that the emotion of unconditional love is the emotion that has the high vibration, so it makes sense, right? So if one can simply let go and choose to receive divine love, they are wrapped in warmth, charity, and compassion. This love heals all hearts and restores individuals to authenticity, wholeness, and purity. As one feels unconditional love and acceptance, the heart is softened. Who needs rose? Everyone. The whole planet. We need to pour rose on planet Earth right nowadays. But people with constricted feelings, closed or broken heart, lack of compassion, wounded, if you were hurt in the past, or hurt, I don't know, for something that happened years and years ago, the use of this oil over the heart, and you see the use is really simple. 1 drop of carrier oil, dilute 1 drop, and basically, use the touch rose and just apply over the heart every day. If it's your spouse who needs it, just put a drop. And we never know, right? We all had our hearts broken, one day, and it's it's always good to take care of it and make sure we have the vibration, and at least we're raising our vibration in the end. Okay, does anyone have an experience with rose? It's a beautiful oil. Alrighty, so let's talk about vetiver, the last oil here on my list today. So vetiver, I love the smell of vetiver, so I have it here too. Vetiver is very, very thick, a thick oil. It's like myrrh, and some oils, as they, they are thick. So it's usually good to dilute, and I love it in the diffuser. Before I go to bed, I put in the diffuser. I put for my kids a lot too. So vetiver is a root. So as all roots, it's grounding, right? It grounds us. It's an oil that's also antiseptic, antispasmodic, calming, grounding, as I mentioned. It's immune stimulant, sedative to the nervous system. It helps individuals with ADD, ADHD. It's in all formulas for people with, I think it's one of the first oils. They say Intune and Vetiver, which is in the formula of Intune, right? For people with attention deficit disorder. Helps balance our emotions. It's a repellent for termites, for vitiligo. It's also, useful. Other uses, this oil may help with acne, anorexia, anxiety, arthritis, cuts, depression, including postpartum depression, insomnia, muscular rheumatism, extreme nervousness, skin care for oily skin, aging, tired, irritated skin, sprains, and stress. This is a valuable oil for relieving stress and helping people recover from emotional traumas and shock. It is a natural tranquilizer and may help induce restful sleep. This is totally true. I use this oil a lot in my son's bedroom for him to sleep, and one day I stayed a little bit longer with him. I don't know, I stayed doing massage on his feet, and he asks for carinho all the time. Mommy, I want some carinho. so and it was early. It was like 8:30, and I had put the diffuser on, and 15 minutes later I was so sleepy. I was like, oh my gosh, and I put a lot of drops. I put like, I don't know, 6-7 drops on his diffuser. And I don't know if that was a little bit, I was super sleepy, and it was super early. So it's really, really powerful. It's a power. If you want to put your kids to bed right away, put a massage on their feet, put on the diffuser, and lock the doors. Okay, it's really amazing. It is one of the oils in that Serenity blend. Okay, so that's one of the oils there. So vetiver is the oil of centering and descent. Okay, because all the oils that come from trees and roots, and vetiver is a root. Here's the picture down here. This is the root of a grass. Okay, the plant is like grass, but what they distill, they distill the roots. So the vetiver oil assists in becoming more rooted, assisting individuals becoming more rooted in life, bringing individuals back down to earth. Helps ground us on the physical world. Also helps individuals with deeply connecting with what they think and feel. Sometimes we're scattered and all around, our heads are all over, and we don't know exactly what we want and how we feel. We never go inside, and vetiver brings us to that center. In this sense, vetiver is supportive in all kinds of self-awareness work. Helps uncover the root of an emotional issue. Who needs vetiver? People who are apathetic, disconnected, scattered, stressed, ungrounded, avoiding, and in crisis. How to use it? Apply 1 to 2 drops on the bottoms of your feet or base of your spine. okay? Because it's like the basis of our, you know, the base of the spine is also to deal with any type of emotional issues that come from our, you know, childhood. So anything that, you know, it's the basis for our life, right? It's what supports us, the base of the spine. So every time you are dealing with issues that come from, you know, from our upbringing, and we need to go back and go to how we were raised, and, you know, give comfort to that child in that sense of emotional sense, we put the oil that we need on the base of our spine. Okay, so that's it, what I wanted to share with you. The idea here really every Thursday is to be, you know, focus and highlight oils, so that we make the best use of all the oils we have. And sometimes we have our oils and we use for one thing and we forget that we can use for another thing. And, you know, only by making this presentation, I was reminded of a lot of things that I can use these oils for. All right, does anyone would like to share something here?
I sent you the picture, Luciana.
Oh,
on your WhatsApp.
On my WhatsApp? Oh, okay. Let me see how I can share that. Oh, nice. Let me see.
Now, do you have any blends that you have made yourself, combining these oils or these oils with others?
Oh, yes, many. For my son, for example, I have blended the Vetiver with Balance and Serenity for him.
And that's for?
That's for just to calm down his like emotional side. Sometimes his mind goes faster than, you know, what he can express.
Okay.
So let me look here. Yes, I think I got it. So let me share. Can you see my screen now, right? I think I need to share here. All right.
There you
go. Can you see, guys? So this was one day, and then 12 hours later. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Tati. Thank you so much for sending that.
Sure.
Yes. So you used like 3 times on the first day, and then one time?
No, well, the first day, let me try to recall, because she got hurt like almost 6 p.m. The like 3 times over. I get confused in English. Every 20 minutes.
Okay.
The first 3 times. Then, like, after going to sleep, and then yesterday I was a little confused here with all the things we were living in Venezuela. So after I got home, I just repeated 1 time.
But the thing is to be consistent, you know, every couple of hours, and yeah. And it was Copaíba, frankincense,
cypress.
Cypress.
I thought cypress for
circulation,
in order not to get the black thing, you know.
Yes.
You know, how do you call it? The hematoma.
The hematoma. The bruise. Yes.
The bruise, right. And the blue, like, I don't know, like calming, soothing a little bit with a mental thing.
Right.
Mentholated. I don't know.
Yes. Okay, beautiful. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing.
Well, it was amazing, really.
Yes.
I can't believe it.
And as parents, we become super worried, right, when these things happen.
Well, she's the third, so I'm not
not so worried. You have seen that before.
Yes, and worse.
Okay. Yes. All right. Thank you so much for sharing. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay, guys. So does anyone have anything else? Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And next week we're going to be looking at some other oils and studying a little bit more. Okay, thank you so much. Have a great night, everyone. See you next week.
Thank you.
Bye. Oi.
Thank you, Lu. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Good night.
Would you share with us the presentation later?
Yeah, sure. I can do that.
All right.
Yes, please, Lu. I'd like to have it too.
Okay. I'll share in the group.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
You're welcome, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.